You've been staring at my watch for a while. It's nice, right? Gold, intricate watch face. Emerald green. It's a real status symbol. You don't have to be embarrassed. We all have wants and needs and little secret wishes, dreams, things we covet. I mean, to me, it's just a watch. Sort of snake-like, the way it shifts in the light. I can see why you'd want it. It can feel really nice to own one really nice thing in a world full of unpredictability. To be the kind of person who owns a watch like that. You can have it if you want. For a price, of course. Just a drink and a little company. Before you decide, though, I should probably warn you. I'm a pretty good salesman. The best, actually. It's a gift. Well, a curse, really. I can't seem to keep a thing, and I don't know, it's been that way since I was a kid. It sounds like a nice skill until you're shivering on the sidewalk selling the shoes off your feet. No, that's a true story. I had the nicest pair of Italian dress shoes that you've ever seen. And I ended up walking home barefoot in the middle of October. I still don't know why I did that. I couldn't help myself. I mean, yeah, the money was good. It's always good, but I don't even need money. It doesn't really mean anything to me. I never really get to enjoy it. I mean, you're right. It's not a bad problem to have. I feel worse for the suckers who buy what I'm selling. I mean, nothing like that. I've never sold a fake in my life. Everything I own is 100% genuine. I only give out the real deal. But, you know, the problem with buying things that you want that bad is that those things own you, just as much as you own them. Let me give you an example while you're thinking about the watch. So, I sold someone a song once. No, really, I did. It was beautiful. It was this haunting little tune that I learned from an old porch singer. I can't remember the words anymore, but I swear, I can still kind of hear it when I close my eyes. It really was a special song. So anyways, I'm walking down the street, and I'm humming this tune to myself, and this guy, he stops me on the street. Some kind of, like, studio musician who's going around scooping up songs for a folk album or something. I tried to tell him that the song didn't really belong to anyone, and it wouldn't mean a damn thing to a guy like that, but the way his eyes lit up when I said it, I just knew. He was looking for something he could own. Something he could flip for a profit. I mean, no, there's nothing wrong with wanting to own things, but it wasn't for him, you know? So, I tell him that he doesn't want this song. I really try, but he couldn't wrap his head around it. He kept saying, how much? How much? I'll make it worth your while. I'll get you some nice shoes for your feet. I just laughed. He was so stubborn, you know? Slick suit, nice tie, fat checkbook. Ambitious for sure, but Not an ounce of imagination in him. So I sold it to him. $10,000. I'm serious. That's how much he thought this song was worth. Thought it would be his next big break or something. I mean, it was. It got him a nice spot on a billboard somewhere. But it was only for a short while. See, the problem with a song like that, the kind that comes from a place of deep, specific, learned pain, is that it owns you just as much as you own it. So, he buys this song, right? And it's about this little old lady who used to live up north and wanted to be a famous singer. Ever since she was a little girl, she'd play. She'd play and play every single day until her fingers bled. And she'd just tape them over. She came from a poor farm, and that was her way out. It was her dream, you know? And it was everything to this girl. She was pretty good, too. She moved to the city. She was making it on her own. She was gonna be somebody. And then she meets this guy. And she thought that he loved her. That she was the one at the center of his world. So she made herself a little smaller. She told herself she was making space for him. For them. She started to sing less, too. She was trying to shine a little less as well. Because this guy, he wasn't the kind of man who could stand to be outshined. Especially not by a sweet little lady from a poor farm. So, she took it to heart. She did it all as right as she could, got herself proper, made herself up to be everything that she thought that he wanted. And then one day, she wakes up and she realizes her man is gone again, like he always is. And somehow, even with that space, there's still no room for her in her own life. So, she goes out to find him. And when she does, she realizes that this man, this snake, had been stepping out on her the entire time. She was heartbroken, of course. All that time, all those years. She could have been somebody. But now she's looking around, realizing she's not the woman that she wanted to be. So she told herself, no big deal, right? She's a tough old lady. She's smart. She'll just start over. And that's the cruelest part of the trick. Because it turns out she couldn't start over. See, while this man didn't have a lick of shine or an ounce of imagination in him, he did have some really good lawyers. And of course, his pride. And the thing about a love like that is that it owns you just as much as you own it. Before she could even get her bearings, he had her locked up and was all set to throw away the key. He sent her away to an asylum. The old school kind. A really nasty place. By the time she got herself free from that horror show, he'd up and left her and taken everything with him. Her name, her money, the rights to her songs from her early days. It was all his, and there was nothing she could do. Yeah, it sucked. She died broke and destitute and lonely. But not before she wrote that song. Man, she put every little bit of herself into it. Every last drop of pain, every ounce of misery. All the heartache and the questions. It's all in there. Right, I was going somewhere with this. So, the problem with the guy who bought the song. So, the song is about falling in love with a song that already belongs to someone else. And at first, it's good, it's grand. Just like it was when he first recorded it himself. But then there's this little shift in the second verse. And it gets dark real fast. And the singer in the song finds himself locked out of their own kingdom, robbed and cheated by the person they thought they could trust, tormented by demons and chased and broken, and then they die alone. Well, wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what happened to this businessman. Because the song, this song is one of a kind. It owned his voice and the words and his soul. Because you can't sing a song like that without knowing the kind of pain that little old lady was singing about. You can't sing that song unless that pain is your own. It just doesn't work any other way. So, he gets his 15 minutes of fame. He's all set to build his brand and his castle. And his business partner screws him over. He steals everything. The money, the rights, all of it. Because this slick businessman didn't have an ounce of imagination. And it all goes away. He dies penniless, broke, and he still has that song rattling around in the back of his mind till the day he dies. Maybe I'm pulling your leg. Maybe it's real. Does it really matter? Yeah, I didn't think so. So, how about that drink? You can have this nice little watch all to yourself. It's beautiful, isn't it? It'd look really nice on you. And I'd say it's a hell of a steal. Especially if you really want to be somebody that wears a watch like that. I mean, a tastemaker, a dream maker. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Why else would you still be here, listening to me, telling you a long story?